The saddest lessons in life are often the ones we understand after we needed them. Think about that. Sometimes we see the value of time after we have wasted it. We understand the importance of health after we have neglected it. We recognize good people after we have pushed them away. We understand opportunity after we let it pass. And suddenly, we look back and say, if only I had known. But here's the painful truth. You probably knew, maybe not completely, maybe not deeply enough, but somewhere inside, you knew you should have started. You knew you should have changed. You knew you should have listened. You knew you should have taken action. Yet you waited. You said, tomorrow, next week, next month, someday. And someday can become years. That's how life quietly passes. Not always through tragedy, sometimes through small delays. One postponed decision, one ignored lesson, one wasted afternoon, one opportunity you didn't take. Then one day, you finally see it, and you wonder, why didn't I understand this sooner? But don't let that thought become another regret, because realizing something late is still better than never realizing it. The past cannot be rewritten, but the future is still being written. Today can become the day you finally pay attention, the day you stop repeating what you already know isn't working, the day you stop waiting for life to force you to change, because wisdom is learning before the lesson becomes painful. And if you are willing to listen, your life can teach you before regret has to teach you. So today, let's slow down. Let's reflect. Let's look at the lessons we often see too late. The value of time, the importance of discipline, the people we should appreciate, the decisions we should make, and the life we still have time to build. Because maybe you don't need another year to understand what matters. Maybe you simply need to act on what you already know. You don't realize how valuable a day is until you can no longer get that day back. Think about that. Time feels unlimited. When you're young, tomorrow feels guaranteed. Next week feels available. Next year feels far away. So we delay. We postpone. We say, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it later. I have plenty of time. But time doesn't wait. It keeps moving, quietly, constantly, without asking permission. And one day, you look back and realize that the years you thought you had were the years you already spent. That's the painful lesson. We often understand the value of time only after we've wasted it. Think about an ordinary day. 24 hours. That sounds like a lot. But how much of it do you actually use intentionally? How much disappears into scrolling, watching things you don't remember, worrying about things you cannot control, complaining about things you refuse to change, waiting for the perfect moment? 1 hour doesn't seem important, but 1 hour every day becomes hundreds of hours every year. And those hours could have been used to learn, to build, to exercise, to read, to create, to strengthen relationships, to improve your future. Small amounts of wasted time become large amounts of wasted life. Now understand something. Time is different from money. If you lose money, you may earn it again. If you lose an opportunity, another may appear. But yesterday does not come back. You cannot save yesterday. You cannot borrow tomorrow. You only have today. That makes today extremely valuable. So stop treating today like it doesn't matter. It matters. The conversation you keep postponing matters. The skill you keep delaying matters. The goal you keep talking about matters. The habit you keep saying you'll start matters. Because your future is being created by what you do with today. Now here's the danger. Most people don't waste their lives in one dramatic decision. They waste them in small delays. One more hour, one more excuse, one more distraction, one more tomorrow. And eventually, tomorrow becomes next year. Next year becomes another decade. Then they look back and say, where did the time go? The time didn't disappear. It was spent. The question is, what did you spend it on? That's a question worth asking. Look at your daily life. Where does your attention go? What receives your best hours? What receives your energy? Because whatever receives your time receives a piece of your life. Think about that. When you give someone an hour, you are not just giving an hour. You are giving a piece of your life that you can never get back. So use it carefully. Spend time with people who matter. Work on things that matter. Learn things that matter. Rest when you need to rest. Enjoy the moment, but live intentionally. Don't confuse being busy with living well. A busy life can still be an empty life. You need direction. You need priorities. You need to know what deserves your time. And here's the good news. If you realize this today, you are not too late. Maybe you've wasted time. Maybe you've delayed important decisions. Maybe you've spent years going in the wrong direction. Learn from it. Don't live inside the regret. You cannot change yesterday, but you can change today. And today can change tomorrow. So don't wait for a painful lesson to teach you the value of time. Start now. Make the call. Read the book. Begin the work. Take care of your body. Spend time with your family. Build the skill. Pursue the goal. Do something meaningful with the hours you have, because one day you will look back at today too, and you will either say, I'm glad I used that time well, or I wish I had started then. Choose the first one. Don't wait until later. To understand what matters now, time is moving. Your life is moving with it. So use today wisely, because today is the only part of your future that you can actually touch. Sometimes we don't realize the value of someone until their presence becomes a memory. Think about that. There are people in your life who matter more than you realize. People who support you. People who listen. People who encourage you. People who forgive your mistakes. People who stand beside you when life becomes difficult. And yet, how often do we tell them what they mean to us? We assume they know. We think there will be more time. Another conversation. Another visit. Another opportunity to say thank you. But life doesn't promise another opportunity. That's the lesson. We often learn too late. We appreciate people after they are gone. We recognize kindness after we no longer receive it. We understand someone's importance after their seat at the table is empty. And suddenly, the little things become the big things. The conversation you ignored. The phone call you didn't return. The meal you didn't appreciate. The advice you didn't listen to. The person you thought would always be there. Now think about your relationships. Who has been there for you? Who believed in you? When you doubted yourself, who helped you without asking for anything in return? Who made your difficult days a little easier? Don't wait until someday to appreciate them. Tell them now. A simple thank you can mean more than you think. A simple phone call can strengthen a relationship. A few minutes of your attention can tell someone you matter to me, because people don't always need big gestures. Sometimes they need your presence, your attention, your patience, your understanding. Now here's something important. Don't only appreciate people. When they do something for you, appreciate who they are, their effort, their character, their presence, the way they make your life better simply by being part of it. And remember, people have their own struggles. The person smiling beside you may be carrying something you know nothing about. So be patient, be kind, listen more, judge less. You don't know what someone is fighting privately. Now think about the people you may have taken for granted. Maybe you were too busy. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were chasing success and forgot the people who supported you along the way. Success means very little if you reach the top and discover you have nobody left to share it with. Achievement matters, but relationships matter too. Money can buy comfort. It cannot replace genuine connection. Titles can earn respect. They cannot replace love. And accomplishments cannot give you back a moment you refused to appreciate. So make time. Put the phone down. Look someone in the eyes. Ask how they are. Listen to the answer. Be present. These moments may seem ordinary today, but years from now, they may become priceless memories. Now understand, appreciation is not weakness. It is awareness. It reminds you that life is not only about what you achieve, it is also about who you love, who you help, who you encourage, who you remember, and who remembers you. So don't wait until someone is gone to realize their value. Don't wait until the relationship is broken to start caring. Don't wait until the opportunity for a conversation disappears. If someone matters, tell them. If someone helped you, thank them. If you hurt someone, apologize. If you love someone, show it. Life is too short for unspoken gratitude. And sometimes the greatest regret is not something we did. It is something we never said. So look around. Notice the people who make your life meaningful. Appreciate them while they are here. Because one day you may wish for just one more conversation, one more laugh, one more ordinary moment. And then you'll understand what you could have understood today. People are precious. Time is limited. Appreciation should not wait. Say it now. Show it now. Love them now. Because sometimes we see the value only when it's too late. Regret often begins with the things we kept saying we would do someday. Think about that. Someday I'll start. Someday I'll change. Someday I'll take care of myself. Someday I'll pursue the dream. Someday I'll spend more time with the people I love. But someday is not a date on the calendar. And if you keep waiting for it, you may wake up one day and realize you waited too long. Life doesn't usually change because of one giant decision. It changes through small decisions, repeated every day. You decide to wake up earlier. You decide to learn. You decide to save. You decide to exercise. You decide to forgive. You decide to make the phone call. You decide to stop wasting time. Small decisions, but those decisions become your life. So don't wait for a crisis to teach you what you already know. Don't wait until your health declines to understand its value. Don't wait until money becomes scarce to learn financial discipline. Don't wait until someone leaves to appreciate their presence. Don't wait until an opportunity disappears to recognize its importance. Learn now, act now, change now, because wisdom is learning the lesson before regret becomes the teacher. Now ask yourself, what do I already know I need to change? Be honest. Maybe you already know you spend too much time distracted. Maybe you know you need to become more disciplined. Maybe you know you need to stop making excuses. Maybe you know you need to start working toward a goal. Maybe you know you need to repair a relationship. Don't ignore that voice. That inner awareness is giving you information. Listen to it, then act. You don't need to fix your entire life. Today, you need to change. The next decision, one better decision, then another. That's how transformation begins. Now think about your future self. Imagine meeting that person 10 years from now. What would they thank you for? Would they thank you for scrolling another hour? For postponing another dream? For worrying about another opinion? Probably not. They would thank you for the days you showed up, for the habits you built, for the risks you took, for the relationships you protected, for the moments you chose to become better. So start giving your future self something to be grateful for. Today, not tomorrow. Today. Now understand, living differently doesn't mean living perfectly. You will still make mistakes. You will still have difficult days. You will still lose opportunities. You will still experience disappointment. That's life. The goal isn't to avoid every mistake. The goal is to learn faster, to recover faster, to become wiser, to stop repeating the same lesson over and over again. Because there is a difference between making a mistake and building your identity around it. Don't let yesterday become an excuse for wasting today. Your past can explain you, but it doesn't have to control you. You can change direction. You can start again. You can make a better choice. You can become someone new through the choices you make now. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is usually just another excuse, wearing a better name. Start with what you have. Use the time you have. Work with what you know and learn along the way, because life is happening while you're planning. Life is happening while you're waiting. Life is happening while you're saying someday. So make today count. Call the person. Start the project. Read the book. Take the first step. Forgive someone. Change the habit. Set the goal. Do something your future self will be proud of. Because one day, today will become yesterday. And when you look back, you won't be able to change it. But you can decide now what that memory will look like. Don't wait until it's too late to live differently. Start now. Choose now. Change now. Because the life you want is not built someday. It is built by what you do with today. Sometimes the opportunity you are waiting for is already standing in front of you. Think about that. We often imagine opportunity as something dramatic, a perfect business idea, a life-changing connection, a huge promotion, a moment when everything suddenly changes. But real opportunity doesn't always look impressive. Sometimes it looks like hard work. Sometimes it looks like learning a skill. Sometimes it looks like starting small. Sometimes it looks like an uncomfortable decision you don't feel ready to make. And because it doesn't look exciting, we ignore it. Then later, we look back and realize that was the opportunity. Now here's the problem. We often wait for certainty. We want to know that it will work. We want guarantees. We want perfect timing. We want someone to tell us this is the right decision. But life rarely gives you that kind of certainty. Sometimes you have to move forward with incomplete information. You prepare. You think carefully. You take reasonable risks. And then you learn through action. Because waiting until you are completely ready can become another form of procrastination. Think about how many opportunities you may have ignored because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of embarrassment, fear of being rejected. And sometimes the opportunity wasn't lost because you weren't capable. It was lost because you were afraid to begin. That's a painful realization, but it is also useful because once you recognize it, you can change. Now understand, opportunity favors preparation. If you want better opportunities, become more valuable. Learn, read, practice, develop your communication, improve your skills, build your character, strengthen your discipline, Because when opportunity appears, preparation allows you to recognize it. Two people can see the exact same situation. One sees a problem. The other sees possibility. What creates the difference? Experience, knowledge, perspective, preparation. Your mind determines what you notice. That's why personal growth is so important. The more you learn, the more possibilities you can see. Now remember, not every opportunity is the right opportunity. You don't have to say yes to everything. Some opportunities are distractions. Some are too expensive. Some don't match your values. Some take you away from what matters most. So don't chase every open door. Think, evaluate, ask, does this move me toward the life I want? If yes, take action. If not, have the courage to say no. That is wisdom. Now, stop waiting for perfect timing. There may never be perfect timing. There is only the best decision you can make with the information you have today. You can improve your decision. As you move forward, you can adjust. You can learn. You can change direction. But you cannot learn from an opportunity you never take. So when something meaningful appears, pay attention. Ask questions. Prepare. Take the first step. Maybe it won't work. That's possible. But failure can teach you. Inaction teaches you too. And often, it teaches regret. Years later, you may not remember every mistake you made, but you may remember the opportunities you were too afraid to pursue. So don't wait until the opportunity is gone to recognize its value. Look more carefully. The next opportunity may not arrive with a bright sign. It may arrive as a small decision, a conversation, a skill, a challenge, a difficult beginning, a chance to start over. Pay attention. Prepare yourself. And when the moment comes, don't demand certainty. Have courage. Take the step. Because sometimes the difference between the life you have and the life you could build is simply recognizing an opportunity and having the courage to act before it becomes a memory of what you should have done. Discipline is easy to appreciate after you have experienced the consequences of living without it. Think about that. When you're young, discipline can feel like restriction. Wake up early? Why? Save money? Why not spend it? Exercise? Maybe tomorrow. Study? Later. Work when you don't feel like it? Why? We often think discipline takes something away from us. But eventually, life teaches us that discipline doesn't take freedom away. It creates freedom. And sometimes we understand that lesson too late. You see the results before you understand the habits that created them. You see someone successful, but you don't see the years of consistency behind the success. You see the strong body, but not the workouts. You see the financial stability, but not the years of saving. You see the knowledge, but not the books. You see the confidence, but not the uncomfortable actions that built it. Success leaves clues, and one of the biggest clues is discipline. Now think about small choices. One unnecessary purchase doesn't seem important. One missed workout doesn't seem important. One wasted evening doesn't seem important. One day without studying doesn't seem important. But habits don't remain small. When they are repeated, they become patterns. Patterns become lifestyles. And lifestyles produce consequences. The same is true in the opposite direction. One saved dollar. One workout. 1 hour of focused work. 1 page read. 1 difficult task completed. 1 promise kept to yourself. These things seem small, but repeated consistently They build something powerful. They build character. They build confidence. They build your future. Now understand, discipline is not about being perfect. You will miss days. You will make mistakes. You will lose momentum. That's normal. The important thing is returning. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. If you fall, get back up. If you fail, learn. If you lose focus, refocus. Don't turn one bad day into a bad year. Now ask yourself, what is my lack of discipline costing me? Don't just think about money. Think about time, health, relationships, confidence, opportunities, peace of mind. Every decision has a cost. Sometimes the cost is immediate. Sometimes you don't see it for years. That's why discipline matters. It helps you pay a small price today instead of paying a much larger price tomorrow. You don't want to wait until your health is damaged to value healthy habits. You don't want to wait until you're financially stressed to learn financial discipline. You don't want to wait until an opportunity disappears to become prepared. Learn early, act early, build early, because the earlier you develop discipline, the more freedom it can create later. Now remember, motivation is temporary. You won't always feel inspired. You won't always feel energetic. You won't always feel confident. Discipline says, do it anyway. That's the difference. You don't need to feel ready. To take the right action, you need to decide and follow through. So build small disciplines. Wake up when you said you would. Finish what you start. Keep your promises. Control unnecessary spending. Protect your time. Do the difficult thing before the easy thing. These small actions strengthen you. And eventually, discipline stops feeling like punishment. It becomes your standard, your lifestyle, your identity. Then you look back and realize something important. You didn't change your life with one enormous decision. You changed it through hundreds of small decisions that nobody noticed. So don't wait until consequences teach you what discipline could have taught you earlier. Start now, because the habits you build today will eventually become the life you live tomorrow. Discipline may feel difficult today. Regret can feel much heavier tomorrow. Choose your difficulty wisely and build a life you won't have to wish you had started sooner. Let me leave you with this thought. Life teaches us many lessons, but some lessons we understand too late. We realize the value of time after we have wasted it. We appreciate people after we have lost them. We recognize opportunities after they have passed. We understand discipline after we experience the consequences of living without it. But here's the good news. You don't have to learn everything the hard way. You can choose to wake up now. You can choose to pay attention now. You can choose to change now. Don't spend your future regretting what you could have done today. Use today. Call someone you love. Start the goal you've been postponing. Build the habit you've been avoiding. Take the opportunity you've been afraid of. Protect your time. Strengthen your discipline. And most importantly, stop waiting for life to teach you through pain what you can learn through wisdom. You still have time. You still have choices. You still have another day to make a better decision. So don't ask, why didn't I understand this sooner? Ask, what am I going to do with what I understand now? That's the question that matters, because yesterday is finished. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, but today is in your hands. Use it wisely. Live intentionally. Appreciate deeply. Work patiently, and keep becoming the person you know you can become. One day, you'll look back at this moment. Make sure you can say, I'm glad I didn't wait. Because sometimes the greatest change in your life begins with one simple realization. You finally see it. And this time, you act on it.